Hey everybody, it's Tools Week. So welcome to the 12-week accountability group. And for those of you who have been here for a while, welcome back. Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about tools, and we did a tool review in your live groups. So week 5 is usually tool review. And one of the things that keeps happening, now we've been doing this for 2 years, and I cannot believe how many things I learn every single time that we do tool review. And it's all the types of tools that you use to help you get through your 12-week process. So some of you are using just, these basics, pen, paper, and a calendar. These are the starting tools. Some of you are using time blocking, that you're saying, look, you need a 3-hour time period in the week, but you're also time blocking other things. And sometimes you are pulling tasks together in a group and then putting them in a block of time. So what would that look like? It means that you can kind of write out a bigger goal and just give it some time. So an example would be just business bookkeeping. So I'm going to put an hour in my schedule or 2 hours in my schedule and just do everything that's related to business bookkeeping. That might be gathering my receipts. That might be looking at costs. That might be running a report. It can be a lot of things, but anything that's in that category can be in that block of time. Some of you are using, journals, or my other favorite are these 3x5 cards as tools. But one of the things that I think for all of you who are real visual people, having a pen and paper isn't a small item. And having colored things like markers or whatever, coloring it also is a visual tool. One of the things that came up was we have energy, and our energy is a tool. So some of you are doing more of a guided meditation on really looking at what it is that you are feeling about your process and how you're actually going to get it done, especially for those of you who are doing things you've never done. Maybe you're building a YouTube station. Maybe you're doing something with computers. Maybe you're doing something that you artistically that you have no idea how you're going to get to. Using your own tool of your brain and getting into more of a guided space. And they called it mindscaping. And mindscaping is really saying, hey, I'm going to, in my mind, build a secret layer. And I'm going to go into that secret space, create a workshop, and then I'll bring in all of these ways to work on things. It's kind of great. I mean, it really allows you, the reason that I especially like that as a tool is that you get, like for those of you who do hypnosis or other types of energy work, you get these two elements put together. You get peace, because you always do it when you're in a peaceful space, and you also get control, because you get to control what goes on in your head. So you get this really unique combination towards your goals and what you want. I thought it was really great. And it's another way to look at puzzle pieces. A lot of us are using timers and other tools, but what we're really trying to get together is we're really trying to fit together a puzzle. And some of you are actually using these 3x5 cards like puzzle pieces. Some of you are using sticky notes like a puzzle piece. Some of you are using stickers as a puzzle piece. But it is a way to get a visual on what it is and where are you in your process. The other thing that I loved out of today is that someone was using a timer very differently, and it was that they set an 8-minute timer and they get as much done as they can. Bing, it goes off. Well, when it goes off, she asks herself a different question, which is, am I still on the task that I started? And that is, what she's testing for is how long she can hold her target in line in place and actually continuing to move forward. So for those of you who love timers, a timer is also a tool to be able to help you understand how much time you actually have before distraction takes over. And that like 2 years in, I'm like, wow, that was my tip today, is using a timer as a tool to help you understand more about your distraction. Really legendary. The other thing that I wrote down I have a very long list, as you can see. The other thing I wrote down out of today's group is really how many people are working on feeling better. And one of the things that I remind everyone is that feeling better sometimes just means that you need to learn to better feel. And what do I mean by that? A lot of times you're already getting information that you're in the right spot or the wrong spot, or that you maybe aren't into it. Maybe you don't actually like your goals. So really using energy as a tool, that do you have the energy for this? Well, then you should ask about why that isn't true. Or you should ask why you're not paying attention to the energy that's presenting itself. Sometimes you're in the mood to do something, sometimes you're not. The other thing that I remind people about as a tool is that sometimes it's seasonal. Sometimes there is a time to do that task, and sometimes it's not the right time. One of my goals each and every spring and summer is a peace garden. Well, I'm not going to put that on my goal list in the winter because I'm not out there. But if any of you have managed a garden that you've owned for 20 years, there's always something to do out there when the sun is shining. And so I have to be able to put that plan together in a season. Some of you have a season where your business is in season. Some of you have a season because your body's having a season. Sometimes we have people who are in pregnancy, who are in postpartum, who are in, any stage of their body. So sometimes we are in a season. The last thing that I want to leave you with in tools is to really evaluate, is that tool working for you? And one of the greatest tools you have is to look at everything that you've done, right? The past obstacles that you've had is also a resource. So how did you get through all of these other things to get to here? What did I learn from that? And what should I bring back to the very front? So everything that happened to you back there is absolutely information that you can use today in your life. And so sometimes that is that I need a peaceful space. I need to do that in the morning, or I don't need to do that during the day at all, right? So understanding the obstacles from the past are here to inform you into the present, and into your future. So have a great day. Whatever tips you are doing, put in more of your tools because there's so many. And that's our update today.